Good day, my fellow countrymen. I will not be able to listen to this video alone. Please join me as I listen attentively to this video. Join me.
All of us, including my humble self standing here, all the politicians in northern Nigeria, in the last 15 years, we should be held accountable to what is happening in northern Nigeria in terms of poverty, unemployment, lack of education, lack of security. As of 2016, some of us that lives here in Kaduna, and Northwest in particular, were not aware of anything called banditry, kidnappings, or insurgency. If there's anybody here who is aware of that, can also attest to the fact that as of 2016, not 2019, 16, there was nothing like kidnappings even in Benogwari. I can tell you that for a fact. What went wrong?
Come, let me tell you the major problem of Nigeria. The major problem of Nigeria is northern part of the country. Northern Nigeria are the major problem of Nigeria. If you want to see conflict, northern Nigeria. Rape, northern Nigeria. Refugees, northern Nigeria. Thieves. In fact, if you want to see thieves stealing on an industrial scale, come to northern Nigeria. Thieves fully engaged in primitive accumulation, come to northern Nigeria. In fact, I am from northern Nigeria. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State. I am from Borno State. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State, from the northern part of the country. But I want to tell you that the major problem of this country is northern part of the country. These are people, if you want to see hatred, if you want to see conflict, if you want to see nepotism, cronyism, any other thing you can label. In fact, if you carve out southern part of the country from Nigeria and give it 10 years, they are going to be recognized among community of nations because of the development they will have. 70% of the people who govern this country are from the northern part of the country. But if you want to see hunger, starvation, and any other thing, it's from the north. Why? We are the major problem. But our people doesn't want us to be speaking the truth. And that is why we continue to somersault in this kind of issue.
We have had a northern president from Katsina for 8 years. Before he came, we did not have a single IDP. All our local governments were safe. Now Katsina State, 22 out of 34 local governments. That is 65% of Katsina. It's under siege. Borno State is more secure and safer than Katsina. That we had a president who is from there. That is the failing of us northerners. We need to look at ourselves. And now here we are. We have a leadership. We have a vice president number 2 who is from the north. We have a speaker of the house who is number 4 who is from the north. We have an SGF who is from the north. We have the senior most military officer who is from the north. We have all the ministers of defense from the north. We have the minister of police from the north. We have the national security advisor from the north. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will look at us and say, you guys have no excuse not to bring peace to your land. So it is up to us to look at ourselves in the mirror, we northerners, especially those in government, and lock the door and say, people, how do we take care of these problems? President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the southwest cannot come and bring peace to us. It is us that must bring peace to ourselves. And it is not the military that will bring peace. I've said it again and again, banditry can never be won on the battlefield. We are just putting the military to clean up after this mess. They're everywhere. So northern leadership, all of us, must come in, lock the door and sit down and see how we can bring peace to our land. 15 years of Boko Haram, 9 years of banditry. Are we going to continue this forever? I have friends in the United States calling me and say, did you see the primary school where these kids were taken? Blown roof, nothing there. Well, this is the leadership of the North that fuels all of this. And we're looking elsewhere, we're blaming somebody else. No. Leaders of the North, those in government and out of government, it's time for us to look ourselves in the face and say, we have failed our people, we need to do better. The military cannot bring peace to ourselves. None. We must all get involved and stop this nonsense, this Boko Haram, this banditry.
I don't mean to be rude. I don't want to be rude to anybody, and I don't want to disrespect anybody, and I don't want to insult anybody. What I'm saying is that is the real truth. The real problem of Nigeria, are Northerners. Northerners, Fulani, Hausa are the problem of Nigeria. They don't want our Nigerian progress. If they are not the one in power, then nobody can do it. It's only them that can do it. If you say you deprive Igbo people from having what is supposed to be theirs, allow them to go for their Biafra. If you say Yoruba people are not competent, they cannot rule Nigeria, allow them to go. Then we, the Northerners, should just stay and rule ourselves.
Yes, we have all listened to the video, and I'm excited to see my fellow Northern people speaking out for the first time. It's like it has always been from the southeast, from the southwest, from the south talking. But this time, people are now speaking out. And this is the way Nigeria will be healed gradually. If everybody is talking just like I am talking with others, you will see that if everybody is talking from all angles, a time will come, the politicians' conscience will start pricking them. I like what I heard from this video, but I have a question there. When you are referring to the Northern leaders, there are two major actors of leadership there. One is of Hausa background. One is of a Fulani background. Among all these people that have been ruling Nigeria for years, for over the 15 years or whatever you people mention the period I've been ruling, right from the military era down to the last regime of Buhari. Of what background are there? Are there the normal Hausa people or the Fulani background? We have to dissect this thing to know exactly the people that are making Nigeria uncomfortable today. Now, election is just at the corner. Who are these people also trying to prevent any other tribe from having a feeling of leadership in this country? Who are these same people that is preventing other tribes outside the northern aspects, outside the northern axis? Who are these people? Which of these northern tribe is hell-bent, is making sure that no other tribe rules except them? Because there are some people who feels that power leading this country is their property. Until this mentality comes to an end, Nigeria will never find peace. Nigeria will never be Nigeria. Just like one of the speakers suggested, allow other tribes to go their way. If you feel the power belongs to you, rule yourself. Allow other people to go. Don't drag people in. When somebody speaks, I want to pull out, I want to go with my people, you lock him up. What is the offense of this person you're locking up? Just because he says he wants to go out. Yet, your backyard, you have not been able to put your backyard in order. Poverty is so high. Crime is so high. People that are downgraded. Only few with so much power, holding the entire country to ransom, holding their region to ransom. I'm happy that people are speaking out. I will encourage every Northerner, I will encourage every Northerner to speak out. Don't keep silent. When you keep silent, it means you are enjoying what is going on. Election is at the corner. You can see the drama going on in the coalition party. The same people that have destroyed this nation, the same tribe that have destroyed this nation, is still hell-bent to rule. You have done all you could do from over the years. Nothing has changed. Why don't you give peace a chance? Allow other tribe, other region to come in and watch what they can be able to do, so that you can learn. If they do well during their time, you can now see how they did it and see if you come back to have this power, you must have learned from them and see what you can do to improve what they have done. I think that's what most people should have been thinking now. It should have been a kind of embarrassment that you've been in power for years and nothing good has come from your zone. Except banditry, kidnapping, killing, destruction. That's what has come out there. Nothing more. Nothing more. If we want to tell ourselves the simple truth, if we want to be sincere with ourselves, I think it is time for them to step aside, according to my handsome President Babangida. It's time for them to step aside. Allow other regions to take over the leadership. Allow other regions to take over the leadership of this country. See how people do things. See how, when they give chance to another tribe to rule, whether things will be better or get worse, so they can justify why they should remain in power, since they believe that power belongs to them. Nigerians, I want to encourage us. Before 2027 election eventually comes, everybody should brace up to speak out. Be a clergyman. Be you a businessman. Be you a common man. Speak out. Sorosoke. Don't keep quiet any longer. If you keep quiet today, your children will pay for it in the future. The silence of our father in the past is what we are suffering today because they were not speaking out. Let's join hands together and raise our voice. There is power in unity. There is power in speaking out. God bless Nigeria. Yes, my final word here is, let those that are power drunk that have ears, let them hear.